My high school teacher failed me for lack of potential. Today she asked me to hire her daughter at my company. Mrs. Davidson called me yesterday, first time I'd heard her voice in 12 years. Still had that condescending tone that made me feel worthless at 16. Jessica, this is Patricia Davidson. I heard you are doing well these days. My daughter just graduated from Stanford. I thought you might have an entry-level position at your company. The same woman who told my parents I'd never amount to anything because I couldn't grasp calculus, who wrote lacks critical thinking skills on my college recommendation letter, who announced to the class that some people were meant for simpler careers while looking directly at me. I dropped out of her AP math class, graduated with a 2.8 TOEFL, went to community college while working nights stocking shelves. Exclamation. Said Mrs. Davidson was right about me, that I could code symbols, building websites for local businesses at 19, turned that into an agency, sold it at 25, symbols my current company at 26. We just closed Series B funding at a $200 million valuation. Mrs. Davidson kept talking. Emma is brilliant, just like I was at her age. Perfect stats, summa cum laude. She needs to be challenged by the best minds in tech. I pulled up Emma's Gleason while she talked, impressive on paper. 6 in tricks at her mom's friends' companies, a blog about disrupting the industry with zero technical knowledge. Send me her reason why, I said. Mrs. Davidson's voice brightened. I knew you'd remember how much I pushed you to be better, free like me. Shape futures even when students don't appreciate it at the time. I scheduled Emma for an interview, had my CTO run it. He came back shaking his head. She couldn't write a basic for loop. When I asked about her technical skills, she said she's more of an ideas person who would delegate the coding, but I brought Emma in for a final round. She sat across from me, same superior smirk as her mother. Emjel explaining how her Stanford network would transform our company culture. I asked her to solve a simple problem on the whiteboard. The same type of problem I taught myself at 19 between shifts at the warehouse. She stared at it, then said she wasn't prepared for trick questions. It's not a trick, I said, it's day one stuff here. She got flustered. Embryl name dropping professors mentioned her mother taught at my high school, how she came from a family of educators who understood potential. I know, I said. Your mother taught me? Emma's face changed, symbols backpedaling. Oh, she always speaks so highly of her former students, really? Because she told me I lacked potential and said I should consider vocational school, wrote that I had no critical thinking skills. Emma went silent. The thing is, I continued, she was wrong about potential, but right about one thing: some people are meant for simpler careers. Your mother taught me that not all education happens in a classroom. I sent our standard rejection email that afternoon. Ganini brief, wishing her luck elsewhere. Mrs. Davidson called within an hour. How dare you use my daughter to settle some petty teenage grudge? I gave her the same chance I give every applicant. She failed on her own merits. This is exactly the vindictive behavior I expected from you. No wonder you struggled in school. I didn't struggle in school, Mrs. Davidson. I struggled in your class. Here is a difference. She threatened to call my investors, tell them what kind of person I really was. I gave her my board chair's direct line. He's the professor who taught me to code at community college, the one who saw potential where she saw failure. This morning, Emma posted on Fleeteen about toxic tech culture and how being an EPO baby is actually harder because people judge you unfairly. My CTO forwarded it to me with one word. Yikes. I hired 3 engineers this week. 1 dropped out of high school, 1 failed calculus twice. 1 was told by her computer science teacher she should switch majors. They all crushed their technical interviews. Mrs. Davidson was right about